Okay. Secret hunting and blueprints. Good, good, good. Excellent. All right. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Make sure my audio is going. Yes, it is. Let us continue on day 39. A little tired today. Had a big night last night. So I apologize if I sound a little out of it. It's because I am, but I was super excited to jump back in here and take a look at this with all of you. So here we go. All right. We start as we always do. We take our allowance. Hopefully we will get our burning glass. We have drained the fountain. Pick up some of these coins here. We have drained the fountain, so we can go in this way. So if we get our burning glass, we can light up the torches in the torch room in the underground. Let's see what our outer room of the day is. I think we're going to take the schoolhouse. We still need to get to grade 8, which I believe is the final grade. So far, our maximum that we've reached is 2. We'll be looking to spawn as many of those as we possibly can. All right. Now, last time we actually had a lot that happened. We got our second red letter out of the boudoir, and we got a trophy for filling every room in the house. So we no longer need to do that, but it would still be good for us to spawn as many rooms as we can. Let's take a reading nook, which will give us a key. Okay. Moving north. Do we take the workshop right away? I think we do. And we get a lockpick kit, which is a very nice addition. Whoops, hold on. My cursor went out of the game. Interesting. Okay, that's the only item we've got right now. All right, we need gems to access classrooms, so we can't do that right now. I guess we could do another corridor. Push right on north. We can't take the garage because we have no gems. So let's take the den. Okay. Let's start heading east. And we'll take our first classroom. Here's our grade 1. We already know what's going on here. And it looks like this will continue us north. A hallway, I think, is a good choice here. Why can we do 3 redraws? Is that a function of this classroom? Oh yeah, you may draw new floor plans 1 time for each architect room in your house. Which we only have 2, I guess. I don't know why it was giving me 3 rerolls, but hey, that's okay. I will take that. All right, and we will use our key. No gems, so we won't be taking the classroom. The pantry will send us north. Or we can throw a storeroom in here. Let's take our storeroom. We've been doing pretty good, but do want to get gems. We do want to try and get to grade 8. Let's start backtracking a little bit. We have extra steps today because we ended the previous day in the sauna. Oh, hello, chest. Very nice. Yeah, let's go north here. Hallway, library, and utility closet. We will take the hallway. There are lots of hallways in the draft pool. And we'll take another classroom. Here's grade 2. We have been in here before. And we've seen all of this, so we will just keep moving on. I'm not... Well, we can't go to the shroom anyway. We don't have enough gems. I guess... Well, let's redraw. Let's see. We could take another classroom. But that kind of blocks this whole thing off, and we'll have to rely on this stuff swinging up this way. Which isn't the worst approach, honestly. Let's do that. All right, grade 3. This is a new one. We have never been to grade 3 before. Science is fun. Indeed. Was there a... I'll need to stop back in the first grade classroom to see if I skipped a apple in there. All right. Use the elements below to form the answers to each question. H2O in liquid state is called water. H2O in solid state is called ice. H2O in gaseous state is called steam. Okay. Interesting. Now this is the same table we saw in the laboratory. I don't remember these being blank though. That's interesting. And okay. Let's see, somewhere in here. In rooms? Yeah, classroom. Oh, they changed the desk layout. Except not really. It's still 4 by 4. So water, ice, gas. So this is now Cassandra L. The first one in the second row now is Quinn S. And we have the second one in the last row. Teardrop ice water. So Jacob, a little on the slow side. Okay. Don't think there's anything else to do here. So we will keep moving on. Looks like I did miss an apple in there, so we will grab that. Okay, moving right along. We're going to backtrack down to this hallway and start heading north to fill out this area. We need 5 more schoolhouses. Or classrooms, I mean. Let's take the dark room. There's... We can't get the item in here until we turn the lights on. None of these are the classroom because classroom needs 1 gem. This needs 2 gems, so we can't take that anyway. What do we get? The bedroom. Okay. Very nice. No goodies for me, though. Alright. Swing back to the entrance hall, then. How are we doing? Pretty good, I think, actually. Alright. We will take a chapel, because I want to be able to keep moving north. I no longer have an issue with losing cash in here, because eventually we will get our cash back. Now I hope... So here's the thing about this, right? It says you can only smash this guy once and you get back all the money that you've ever paid into it. Okay. Now in my mind, ideally the way this works is you smash it, you get all that money back. It resets to 0. This goes back into the ground and you have to relight this to get it to come back up and you can smash it again. But it'll restart having accumulated from 0. The way it's acting makes me think, no, this is just a one and done thing. I don't like that, but I'm okay with that if it means that after I smash it, the chapel no longer takes money from me. That feels like the fair trade-off. We will take the spare terrace. Interesting that this can appear... Oh. Interesting. Huh. I was going to say, interesting that this can appear in the middle of the house. That's why. Huh. And so the green rooms now no longer need gems, so that's awesome. Looks like we've hit a dead end. Let's take the bunk room, I think. And we get some coins. And we meet our gerbil friend. Hello, friend. Hi. Hi there. Always happy to see him. A trophy, but not for us. Don't think there's anything else in here. All right. So we will head back down and we can go east through the chapel. No gems, so let's take a pantry, I think. Okay, no gems, so the secret passage won't work. The lavatory is always terrible. So we will take the library. No items. We don't need any of the books, so I guess we will just keep moving right along. And let's take the gift shop. Do we have enough for any of the stuff in the gift shop? I don't think we do. No, the next one is 40, which we're getting kind of close for. We could conceivably get it this run, but not quite yet. All right, let's head to the south and see if we can fill in this bottom corner here. You know, I'm going to take the lavatory. There does not appear to be any items in there, so I'm not going to waste my steps. But now, it's no longer in the draft pool, so it won't keep coming up. All right, let's swing back through the entrance hall one more time. And work our way around the outside here. I would love to take security. Oh, shoot. So we're not going to be able to get into that bottom corner. I would love to take security, but I have no gems. Let's take the breaker box so I can backtrack to the dark room. we'll do this as usual. There we go. Red, red. Come on. There we go. Boom. Okay, let's go back to the red room and see what item awaits there for us. We have the battery pack. Okay. So we could conceivably get the power hammer. All right, now we will head back to the gift shop and head north because it's our only doorway remaining. All right, courtyard is want to take. We will get the shovel. And dig up some dirt spots. And we got a coin. Okay. Let's head to the left here. If I had a gem, I'd take the drawing room, but I do not, so we will take a hallway. Dead end no matter what we do. Let's take the Geist bedroom. What was our outdoor room? The schoolhouse, right. Because this will give us some dice that we'll be able to roll rooms with. Nothing else of note in there, so we will continue to head north along the outer wall. I would love a classroom, but that will be a dead end if we do that. And I don't have the gems. If we take Boudoir, we get 2 gems. One just naturally in the room, and the other from the safe that we can now open. But that'll be a dead end, so let's re-roll. We will take the gymnasium, which I will not lose 2 extra steps on because I turned the power off in here. All right, we will use our key to continue to the north. Now we will take a boudoir. We will get a gem. And if we swing around the back here, we can get a gem out of the safe. Huh. Well, if I can't pick the lock, I think we're done. Right? I don't think there's anything else we can do. There's nowhere else we can go. The only thing would be is if there's a key somewhere that I missed, but without security, we can't know that, and I'm not really inclined to scour every room just in case I missed something. That's disappointing. But one thing I can do to make a little bit more of this, I would like to head back to the chapel. And what I will do is before we call it a day, I'm just going to dump as much of my money into here as I can. We're actually going to run out of steps before we run out of coins, but this will pay off later. There we go. All right. Prosaic Schoolhouse of Tomorrow. Interesting. Okay. Not the most productive day, but that's okay. We stockpiled a bunch of cash in the chapel for when the day comes that we smash the pig and get it all back. All right, here we go again. Day 40. As always, we start with the outside room. Shrine, shelter, or tomb. I think I'm actually going to take the tomb. I'm tempted to take the shrine and give it some different kinds of money and see if we can get some other blessings to show up. And the shelter protecting you from red rooms is very nice, but there's more secrets left here. Now, I'm not going to go in there just yet. We know we need the burning glass in the tomb. So let's see if we can build the burning glass. What was the thing about the tomb? Each time you draft a dead end, spread 5 coins in the tomb. So we can potentially get a lot of coins this time. Potentially. All right, let's start a little spicy. Let's start with a storeroom. That way we have a gem to begin with. We can't do a vault, so let's do a den. The Geist bedroom is actually going to be really good because we have a tomb, which means it's going to give us 4 dice instead of 2. All right, the boudoir will make this a dead end. The bedroom actually swings north if we do that. Or we could take the indoor nursery. Let's do that because that's actually going to give us a source of gems. Or at least it will later. Right now, there's not much going on in here. Okay. I think courtyard is the way we want to go. That is our last gem, but it's also a green room. No item in here. That's pretty rare. Now we just spawned a green room, which means there should be 2 gems ready for us in here. We do need to be a little careful with our step usage, so we'll want to keep an eye on that. We will take the workshop. And we got the broken lever. That is a keycard door, so we will not be going that way. Oh. This is a little tight. Let's take a boudoir. That gives us 2 more gems. Okay. And we'll swing to the north. We want a hallway because we need more doors. I would love a security office. I would really love a security office. I guess we'll take a chapel because the pantry is a dead end in the greenhouse, although we can afford it, and although it is a use for our broken lever, it's also a dead end. So we will roll the chapel. Okay, keep going north. Wow, they're giving me everything I want, but in places where it would be a really bad idea for me to take them. All right, let's take the hallway. And we'll swing this way. I guess we'll use our key. Sure. We'll do a hallway here. That bypasses that security door. A drawing room would be good. Now, there is a safe in here. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Now, we still need a combination for this. Now, one thing that I realized, I was thinking on it today, we have this message, right? If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. And I've been going over and over this. The second half is pretty self-explanatory. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. The dates are the combinations to the safes. That's pretty straightforward. This first half has continued to confuse me. I wasn't really sure what this meant. If we count small gates. And I was thinking on this morning, and I realized, I think I know what it means. The gate to the orchard, the combination was a date. The gate above the gear room has a 4-digit code. My guess is, I just had another thought about that one. We'll revisit that in a second. What if we count small gates, that's not part of the solution? That's part of the problem space. So what if there are not 8 safes? What if there are 8 safes and gates? And so with that in mind, we have our, where is our remaining objectives here? We have open safes. There's one in the drawing room, there's one in the office, there's one in the study. What if one of them is the orchard gate? Which that one is done. One of them is the gate above gear room, which we have not opened yet, right? That's this. And then there are 2 more either safes or gates somewhere. I think that's what that's talking about. Now, the other thing that I just realized, we have this, and the unique thing about this one is that it's 4 letters instead of numbers. Except for dial 4, which strangely has an 8 on it. What if, and this just occurred to me, what if these first 3 digits, hiding behind the camera a little, what if these first 3 digits make up a month? Is there a month that we can make from these? J, F, we have an M. Let me see something here. M, March, April, no A, May, no June or July, no August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so this could be March, May, or Sep. Can we do any of these? There is an A here. We could do May. May 8. Can't do March. There's no P on this one, so we can't do September. So maybe Mar 8. That's a date. I don't know what it represents, but that's a date. Next time we can get down there, we will give that a try. Does that line up with anything interesting in our timeline? 3-8. Reddington Elementary was opened in March, but we don't know the day. 3-8. We have a 318 and a 326. 320. 318. No. We don't know of any notable 3/8 dates. Doesn't mean that's not it, though. Back to this. We still don't know what the date to this room is. Do any of these jump out? So far, both the orchard gate and the boudoir safe were month-day combinations. So maybe this is too? We don't know the day that Herbert was named Baron, so it's probably not that. Swimbird. Simon checks out Swimbird. No. I'm looking specifically for things done by Herbert since he's in the picture. R. Moore and Babbage. Robert Nagula. No. He finalized his will on 3/18. I guess we could try that. Let's see. 0318. 3. Hold on, clear. 318. 1 2 2 5. I didn't think that would work, but it was worth a shot. How about 1104? Nope. Nope. I have no way of associating a date with this room currently. All right, let's head south. We will take a hallway because it's the only one that's not a dead end. Bedroom will take us north. That'll be a dead end. Let's take the dining room then so we can swing back to the north. Pick up our lunchbox, which will give us 10 steps when we reach rank 5, which we are 2 rooms away from. Take a pantry and swing to the west. Give us some extra coins as well. Always very nice. And I don't really want a garage. I'd like to fill in that bottom half, so let's take the bedroom. Any goodies in here? Doesn't look like it. This is a pretty decent place for a vault, actually. Let's do it. All right, so we get a ton of coins. Hopefully we can get a few vault box keys. We had a couple a few runs ago, but we were not able to actually use them, unfortunately. Today is December 16th. Good to note. There's also a trunk in here. I just wanted to take updated pictures of the passport. Okay, let's swing back to the drawing room and head north. We really want green rooms because green rooms have a greater chance of giving us items. And we're really looking for... That's not good. We're really looking for the burning glass again. Why do you do this to me? That's it. We're tapped. Ah, how disappointing. I have no keys. Yeah, I guess I just burn a bunch of coins in the chapel again. Easily the most disappointing end of every day. We had a pretty good number of coins stockpiling up there too, over 50. There we go. Just a couple more in there before the end of the day. How disappointing. Yeah, once you get through room 46 and you start trying to pick off the ending, the last handful of secrets, it starts to feel a little grindy. And that's unfortunate, because it was doing such a phenomenal job at always layering new things on before. Alright, here we go. If only there were a little bit more way to guarantee collection of items, or... Do you want to try for schoolhouses again? Yeah, let's do that. Our record now is grade 3 of 8. And one of the trophies, I believe, is for getting all 8 classrooms, so that is on our to-do list. Stick a hallway here to get us into that back corner. And a storeroom gets us our first gem. Alright, let's take... I like all the doors, but... Yeah, let's do it. I'm a little weary about taking archives so early on, but... Alright, what do we got over here? A reading nook that goes to the south. That'll get us another key. Hallway will swing us north, or we can roll the dice. Let's take the hallway to go north. There's our first classroom. Excellent. And we'll get our apple for the day. Okay. No gems, so we can't get our second classroom, so we will be... Do we take archive or do we redraw? Let's redraw. Ooh, the workshop. I don't have any items right now. Wow, okay. Don't have much to say about that. Need gems. I need gems before I can really do much of anything. I'm a little concerned now. Okay, we have a chapel. Let's swing south. We should fill out the bottom ranks first. Okay, we got a pantry. It really wants me to roll these classrooms, which I appreciate. I just wish it would give me the gems to do that. Okay, here's our grade 2 classroom. And we'll take a corridor to connect it back. The entrance hall, where we can take a room here. Let's go ahead and grab the Geist bedroom here. Give us a couple dice. Okay. All right, so we have north out of the chapel and north out of the den. So let's head back that way. Rolling the dice, and it is not working out for us. All right, we will head north out of the chapel, currently our only door remaining. Which always feels a little bad. We'll do a hallway. And let's keep hugging the east wall here. Got us a library with a map. Interesting. What have you got for me? Okay. So that suggests that there is secret in this room right here, rank 6, room 2. If we come up from rank 3, so we come up from the chapel and go left 1, 2, and then go up 2. Let's see if we can make that happen. Something that goes straight through. We could take the Great Hall. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go straight through, use our key. Would be an excellent place for a classroom. Alas, I still have no gems. We'll take a gem. Okay, now let's swing north. Easy come, easy go on that key. Okay. I would like something that lets me pass straight through. Let's take a workshop. We get a sledgehammer, which if we come across any chests will be a very good thing. And once again, we're tapped. I have no keys, and there's no rooms that have keys in them. None of these will open because that's not how the Great Hall works. Okay, let's head on back. Burn all the rest of our coins in the chapel, as we always do. Oh, we might be able to get them all in there this time. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Short day. Onward. All right. Day 42. We really need our foundation back. Okay, grab our allowance. Let's set up our outdoor room. I'll be really happy when we have completed everything that needs workshop contraptions, because honestly, that is the most difficult thing here. So many of our secrets... We'll take the tomb again. So many of our secrets are locked behind the burning glass and the power hammer. And those are actually kind of really difficult to make. To be able to get a workshop and the multiple items needed to make that happen is actually a huge pain. All right, and let's stick a storeroom in here. We'll get a second gem and a second key. So what are we on the lookout for? Really, like I said, the burning glass. 5 gems, that's very good. A slice, 3 steps, and apples are extra delicious. Awesome. Those 5 gems will definitely come in handy. All right. Let's go ahead and swing to the east. We'll start with the hallway to get us into that back corner. We'll take a boudoir, which gives us 2 gems. Excellent. There's our workshop. And we get the compass, which is not the most useful item, but any item is appreciated. Now, tunnel is an interesting one because conceptually we could take tunnel and just drill all the way up the east side. Is that a good idea? I'm actually inclined to say no. But it's an interesting idea. And that's worth something. Yeah, we'll throw an office in. So, once again, we know there is a safe here. Do we have anything? Hold on. March of the Count. March of the... No. So it's a maximum of 12 letters. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Count. March. Herrings. I tried herring. I didn't try it plural. Herrings? No. How do we associate a date with this room? Let's look at our timeline again. We can try 318 again. I don't expect that to be right, though. No. 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 I don't know. Yes, we will do a security office. Security office, always appreciated. We will set our security level to low for now. And, nope. Our offline mode to unlocked. Anything we missed? 10 coins. Probably in the tomb. Oh, wow. The south door is a keycard door. That's interesting. So I guess we will head north. This is a pretty good place for a passageway. Sure, let's do the vault. Get all the coins. Okay. No key card this time, unfortunately. No chest this time, unfortunately. So, nothing else in here, really. Alright, let's backtrack a little. And we will try our hallway here. The gift shop. That's a very nice pull because we could afford swim trunks. Or do we keep saving to see if we can get the Swimbird plushie for 110? No gems. Let's take the bedroom. Okay. Secret passage is no good. We'll take the dark room, because we can go north from here. Only have one real option because I have no gems, and that's the Geist bedroom, which gives us a bunch of dice, which is cool. There is... I forgot we had the tomb, which is going to give us some pretty good coinage, actually. So maybe we will be able to hit that 120. How many coins are in the tomb right now? 20. So with that, we're up to 76 coins already. Wow. I can work with that. All right. We will take a hallway. That'll get us over to the east side. Or the west side, rather. I really want something that swings me south, so let's re-roll. No gems. The hallway is turned the wrong way, so let's see what else we can get here. Courtyard, I have no gems. The conference room goes the wrong way. Let's try the conference room. Any goodies here for me? Not really. But now I can go back and distribute the gold in the office. Okay, that's locked. Still no gems. Let's do this hallway, because this will go to the left. The problem with hallways is that they don't really give you anything. Oh, that's not good. So that door, so this door's locked too, right? Yep. So locked, locked, locked. So we have 2 more doors. Hopefully they are not both locked. They are not. Pantry will give us 4 coins, but is otherwise a dead end. I would really love a drafting studio, but once again, we have no gems. How many gear rooms do we have right now? 1, 2. Probably the best we're going to get. Let's go ahead and go for it. All right, that goes north and east. Can't do a music room. A pantry will swing us north. That seems fine to me. Apples are extra delicious today. We will take the chapel, but we won't go in there just yet. And that's locked. Of course it is. Okay, so we have 2 doors coming out of the chapel. Let's go back and see if we can rejigger some of our coins. Let's go back to the office. And we'll go ahead and do this now. Run payroll. And spread gold in estate. Spread gold now. Okay. And now we should return to the conference room. Because all of the gold that we just distributed is going to go there. All right, we're at 60. Beautiful. Oh, give me a little bit more. Yes! All right, we're at 93. So now I want to work my way out. And we are going to go to the tomb where there is at least 20 more coins. That'll get us over the 110 that we need for... Whoops, this is not the right way. Oh, shoot. Okay. For, the Swimbird plushie. Here we go. All right. So, down into the tomb. Unfortunately, we do not have our burning glass, so we can't open that up. But there is a bunch of coins down here, apparently. Let's see if we... Hello. Unfortunately, I do not have the shovel. Let's see if we can find them. This didn't have a date for me, did it? No. It does have a stamp. Unfortunately, I don't have the magnifying glass, so nothing I can do about that. Well, it said there's supposed to be a bunch of coins spread down here. Where are they? Ooh, there's some more torches back here. Interesting. Here we go. Excellent. Beautiful. We are over the 110 we need for the Swimbird plushie, so we will go now and collect that. While we're down here, though, do we have any new notes about this place? I don't think we do. Yeah, I have this, but we tried that and it didn't really seem to get me anywhere. I don't have anything new from it, so we really need the burning glass. It's all behind the burning glass now, which is really obnoxious because getting the burning glass is kind of a pain. All right, here we go. Let's go back this way. And we'll work our way up to the gift shop. And we will buy the Swimbird plushie. Wonderful. That is one more item down. All right, now let's head north. And we will head through the chapel and see if either of these doors are locked. Do the empty closet. Dice and key and shovel and sleep mask. So there's 15 steps here for us if we can get back by the entrance, but we don't have anywhere near enough steps for that, so. We have one key. Is this where I want to use it? I might as well. It doesn't really matter at this point. Let's take the dining room. Give us a lunchbox and a steak for 20. I am not planning on spawning the showroom, so we will go ahead and eat that. Let's see, that door's locked. This one's not. We have no gems. I guess I'll take the hallway. Why not? There's our antechamber. Alas, that side is not open. And that door's locked, which means all the remaining doors are locked. And we're done. And there's our last coin into the chapel, so we will call it a day there. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's give it one more try. We'll give it one more day, and if we don't get anything good, then we will call the stream there because I am just not having luck today. Day 43. Okay, here we go. Get our allowance. Let's go spawn our outdoor room. It's all about items. It's all about items. Okay. I think we're going to take the shelter because the extra dig spots, it's not actually that useful to us. Like, it's okay. But dig spots really haven't been that great. We did find the key to the secret garden that one time. But otherwise, most of them just don't really pay out usefully. The trading post is nice because it has on occasion let us trade items that we have for other items that we need. But it requires that you have items to begin with, which we've been having a hard time with. The shelter blocks the effects of the next 3 red rooms, which for things like the archive is so good. I think the shelter also starts us with a gem. Yeah, let's start with the shelter. So we'll come down here. We start with a gem. Is there anything useful in here? How is our radiation doing? Non-existent. Okay. Does this need a password? It does. I have no idea what the password is. Okay. And, well, the time lock safe is just open now, so we don't need that. Was there anything else down here? Not really. Okay. But we got a gem. And gems have traditionally been the bane of our drawing capabilities, so that's something. All right, here we go. Let's start to the east this time, I think. An early workshop. I'm here for that. And we start with a sledgehammer. Okay. Okay. Roll into a pantry in the corner. And we'll take a hallway here. And we'll swing back. No, well, the courtyard is a green room. I don't like that it uses our only gem, but green rooms do have a greater chance of having items in them. Unfortunately, this one did not. No gems, so we might as well take a hallway. That's going to use up one of our other doors down there, which is not great. None of these go up. Why are they all going down? We'll take the dining room, I guess. That'll give us the lunchbox at least. Anything? That's it. Okay, the commissary will swing upward. But I have no gems. So we'll take the gymnasium because it's the only other one that can go that way. And let's head down here. Wow. It is rough out here, man. It is not great. Funeral parlor will give us 2 gems if we do it right now. Let's go ahead and do it. I need to break this cycle. Whoa. Mouse going out of my screen again. Gems are in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. Okay. Okay. If this is true, then this is true, then this is false. Which means the gems would be in here. If this is false, then this is false, then this is true, then the gems are also in here. So no matter what, the gems have to be in here. Okay. Alright, let's swing north through the gymnasium. For a second, I thought that was the key card sitting there. Oh, hey, this room's sheltered. Cool. This is tempting. My only hesitation, because we really want green rooms, my only hesitation is that it's kind of a pain to get back here. All right, we will take security. Anything good in here? Not really. And we have a keycard door, which is not great. So let's go ahead and set up our keycard system. Set security level low. Set offline mode to unlocked. Okay, and I guess I should also check my inventory. Haven't missed anything yet. Okay. Let's start heading east. We'll take the spare terrace. That'll make green rooms free, which is extremely good for us. Okay. Observatory is tempting. Mechanarium will only have 1 door, so not the best use right now. Let's go ahead and take the observatory. Get our perk. Dead-end rooms are more common. Not great. A pair of chests in the entrance hall. Cool. +1 key. Unfortunately, those chests need keys. Oh no, we have the sledgehammer. Ooh, that's very nice, actually. All right. So... wow, we are in kind of a weird position here, aren't we? Wow. Wow. Forced to take the freezer. That sucks. That really, really sucks. All right. Okay, let's fill in this gap with the utility closet. Yes. That's actually really good, because we can turn the keycard power off. Okay, let's do one of these, that, like that, red, turn it red, 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 purple. Off, on. Yeah, like that. Okay, and now let's go back up to security. And we're going to change the security mode to high because we want more security card doors now. Because they will all be forced unlocked. okay. Do we go north here? Or do we go north here? Well, I want to pass... Let's head back. I want to pass back through the entrance hall. Because I want to get the 2 chests that are in here. Here we go. 2 keys. Excellent. And 12 coins, which I can't take. That sucks. All right. Nothing interesting going on there. So we will swing north and go up here, I guess. Ugh. Have no gems, so we can take the mail room or the corridor. Let's take the corridor. I need more doors. Can't take the boiler room. So we can take the study or the coat check. I guess we'll take the study. All right. So we have a safe here. Let's see if we can identify a date to go with it. Okay. Okay, here's something. This indicates that this is probably taking place days. Oh, hello, magnifying glass. Okay, so this is probably taking place days before I arrived. And I arrived on... Hold on. I have a picture of a calendar here somewhere, don't I? Or did I get rid of it? Or maybe under people. When did I arrive? I arrived on... Arrives at Mount Holly Estate. Sinclair died on a Wednesday, right? Died on a Wednesday. So if we look at our timeline, 11/4 was a Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think that is correct. So I feel like this is going to be something close to that. 11:06, 11:07. No, 11. Let's see, 11:03, 11:02. No, 11:01. No. Wednesday. So Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. So it wasn't the same week he died. Now the other thing is this chessboard, right? Now, I've been recording every room. Some rooms have chess pieces associated with them. This is not true. Security has a black knight, I think, in it, if I remember right. Which makes this 26. So this allows us to place the rooms on a chessboard. I'm not sure what advantage that would give us. That's another one that maybe I'll do that off camera, because it's going to take me a little while to put that together. All right, so we only have the one door left. Ugh. This has not been going well. All right, what do we got? All of these are dead ends. And 2 of them require gems, so we're taking the furnace because it's the only one I'm allowed to take. Cute. Your accounts have been thawed. Really? That's interesting. Is the freezer itself still frozen? Look at that, it refroze. Interesting. I still feel like there's a way to thaw the freezer. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's you have to have the furnace before you get the freezer. We haven't been able to do that yet, but that's interesting. If you walk into the freezer room, it thaws your accounts, but then you can walk into the freezer to refreeze them. That's extremely interesting. So what that means, I mean, I've blown it now, but what that means is I could have thawed my accounts, picked up those 12 coins, and then refroze it. And then I would have those 12 coins. It also means I could have thawed and then still been able to use gems. Not that I had any gems, I don't think, but interesting. That's good to know, that the furnace and the freezer are something I can utilize together. That's interesting. All right, well, no more doors, and unfortunately no chapel, so we can't burn the money, but I could freeze the accounts. Oh. Wait. Whoa. Yo! The freezer's thawing! So what, just having the furnace thaws the freezer over time? What is that? We found an upgrade disc. How about that? The network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we can fit into the surrounding walls of the grotto off the East Drive. The last few days have been very busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided that we were going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Okay, so first of all, we have these dot patterns. That's really interesting. Oh, man. Okay, let's just leave this open and see if that thaws out. We got a couple gems there. We got a key there. I would really like to know what these are. But, okay. Let me... I was not expecting that. Alright, let's turn in our upgrade disk. Let's go ahead and do this. Ooh. The goldfish aquarium. The aquarium gives us 10 coins. The starfish aquarium, it gives us 1 star. And the electric eel aquarium, the aquarium is a power source? What? I mean, I have to take the power source, right? Because this is really interesting because it gives us a potential alternative to the boiler, which admittedly we don't really need anymore very often, but it gives us a potential alternative to the boiler room. But also, it's a gear room, which means it plays into the machinarium, it plays into the gear wrench. Interesting. Okay, so... collect upgrade discs, we got a new one. This one was in the freezer and was an upgrade for the aquarium. Very cool. Anything else? Not at the moment. Okay. All right. Let's go to... oh, I'm so torn now. Let's go to the Black Bridge Grotto. And see if there's anything interesting I can do in there now that the freezer is thawed out. I'm not really expecting that there is. But it'll be interesting nonetheless. Are there terminals? Are there dead terminals that I can replace? Can I move those servers in here somehow? Privity. This admin key has been deactivated. Yeah, I know. More R. Alright, let's see if there's anything else I can do in here. 3 additional delisted admin keys. We could also log in as Tom K. We read all these logs. There were a bunch of deleted logs. There's a secret admin key that we don't have access to yet. Effective immediately, all email capabilities have been restricted and can now only be accessed via the office terminal. All their terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. And see, I thought I did that. Import trophy data. Network settings. Email. See, these are all on. Confirm setting. Turn, exit. Now if I log back in, Tom K. These are all the same. Which is exactly what I would expect. Okay. So I don't see anything new in here, and we still don't have any other microchips to open that up. Let me go look in the freezer again. Well, I want to head back to security now that I've messed with that and see if anything has changed in the terminal. Yeah, see, security has a Black Knight. Okay, anything new here? Doesn't look like it. Log into network. It needs a password that I don't have. The only clue we've ever had to that password is this. Oh, but I have this now. Yo! Yo! Swan Song. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Log into network. Swan Song. Password accepted. All right. Wow, look at all this stuff. Staff service. Okay, hold on. I want to note down mailroom. Blackbridge Grotto. I want security. Let's see. Security terminal password equals Swan Song. Okay. Punching out. The service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. Okay, let's check our timeline. As of November 4th. All work at Mount Holly, all staff work at Mount Holly has been suspended. Okay. All right. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Okay. Request schedule change. The service has been temporarily disabled. That's fine. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. What would you like to order? Oh, well now. Let's special order the magnifying glass. Approve order. Order accepted. Can I do that again? You cannot place another order while one is processing. That's fair. Okay. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA, and one offline terminal may be accessed using the Blackbridge protocol. Okay, what active terminals are there? The one in the shelter. Please select another terminal to connect to. Okay. Log into network. Swansong? Okay, so this terminal password works everywhere. Interesting. Email. Security. Here we go. To Kirk Darren. I don't think we know who that is. Kirk. Per our last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. Randolph Moore. Well, sir. Well, sir. We now know who R. Moore is. R. Moore is Randolph. We had Randolph somewhere. I know we've seen the name Randolph before. All right. Well, it's here now. Okay. And this was February 10th, 1987. So let's check our timeline. February 10th, 87. Armor disables video recording of all cameras in Mount Holly Estate. So who is Kirk Darren? We don't have him, right? No. He's someone new. Kirk Darren. Controls video surveillance? Surveillance? I don't think that's how you spell it. In Mount Holly. Okay. And Babbage, February 4th, 1987. Mr. Darren, sorry for the lagging reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion. I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he has expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans should he still wish to do so. Okay. Oh, that was in reply to this email. On January 24th, Mrs. Babbage, I'd like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that an antechamber lever is not only unsuited but also poses a security risk, I advise we either remove or conceal it and install a secondary lever to control the south entrance. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you telling me there's an antechamber lever in the weight room? Head of security, maybe? He's certainly acting like it. Okay, hold on. Check our timeline. This is January 24th, 1987. Okay, that's a new date. 1987, 01, 24. Randolph. Yeah, R. Moore is now Randolph. can fill this out. M. Lowry, we still don't know him. Yada yada yada. Randolph. I think that's it. Yep, okay. So what was this? This was January 24th, 1987. We are here. Kirk Darren suggests removing the antechamber lever from the weight room. And that controls the south entrance. So that's the one that ultimately ended up in the greenhouse. Antechamber lever from the weight room. Removing or hiding the antechamber lever from the weight room. Interesting. So then this was the reply to that. It was not something I considered, but it does seem a reasonable suggestion. I will discuss it with the Baron. I know he's expressed interest in installing secondary access levers. Oh, wait a minute. This is just like how we found the extra west lever in the Machinarium. There must be more levers than it suggests, than our instructions led us to believe. Interesting. Okay. And what is this one? November 5th, 1986. Hey, Bobby. Well, let's see. A fair bit of stuff happened in the last stream. We got a couple upgrade discs. We blew up the TNT, the dynamite, in the trading post. And that got us an upgrade disc and I think 40 coins. So it wasn't anything too huge. And then I just figured out the password to get into the security terminal. So I'm going through here and reading the emails and such in here now. Yeah. And we got the burning glass and we brought it over to the chapel. And we were able to use it in the chapel to raise the altar. And there is a piggy bank in there that has been collecting all of the money from the coffers every time we've walked through there. And it says we can smash it to get the coins back, but we can only do that once. So I haven't done that yet. Oh, and we opened the safe in the boudoir. We figured out that the password for that was 1224. So we got a second red letter from that. I think that's it. And today, there really hasn't been much happening today. Today has been a very not great day. Almost all of the interesting stuff it seems like we have left is locked behind needing the burning glass or the power hammer, and I have just had no luck getting items today. So that's where we're at. Mr. Darren, if you have any more of those red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he's working on in the clock tower. For my part, I can't understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your colored memos. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave that up to you and the Baron. Interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that. Okay, that is it there. Data transfers are not currently available. Oh, lordy. Is there anything like... Most of this is pretty obvious stuff. Is it RNG based to get the room you need? Yeah, it seems like it mostly is. There really hasn't been anything I've come across that I have much control over. It's RNG to get the items that I need, and RNG to make sure the rooms roll. Because to get the burning glass, I need the metal detector and the magnifying glass. I need the workshop to combine them, and then I need the tomb and... Well, I need the tomb to use it on. And I can use it in the torch room, but I didn't have the pump room set up at the time to let me get into the torch room. So I do now. That's set up, but now again I need the pieces to roll to get the burning glass. For the power hammer, it's even worse because I need the sledgehammer and the broken lever and the battery pack and the workshop and the greenhouse and any other, and the secret garden, which means I also need the secret garden key. Like, all these pieces have to line up for me to be able to get these things, and it's rough. It's rough out here. Black print. Wait, what? Black print. Ancient floor plans from eras long past, excavated from the depths of history. These floor plans lack the colored borders of their modern counterparts. Really? Really? Interesting. I have not seen any black prints, I don't think. Blessing, yep, we know about that. Call it a day, we know about that. Checked item, we know about that. Color, yep. 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 Drafting type. Drafting dirt. Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. That's cool! So that means we're looking at new content down the line. Excited for that. Directory, dig, dead end. Oh, the other thing that happened in the last stream, we got the trophy room, finally. Not much to see in there. I think it gave us 8 gems. It costs 5 gems. It gave us 8 gems. And we got the we only had the trophy for finding room 46, which we had found before. But we also filled the entire map with rooms, and we got a trophy for filling up the entire map. And we got there was a checklist in there here. So you can see here's all the trophies in the game that we'll need to get. And we have this top one now. We have these two. So this is the other stuff that we're working towards. Are you able to craft new items? Whenever I'm in the workshop, if I have the component items that I need. See, there's contraption. Okay, nothing else new there. I'm just gonna... The east wing rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. Yep, that's normal. Exhaust, experiment, yep, floor plan. What do we got here? What is this? Glossary of terms. Entries marked question mark will become gradually revealed as you progress. Interesting. Gold coins, green rooms, luck. Luck determines the likelihood that you will find additional items and rooms on your estate. Luck can be raised by certain items and rooms marked on their floor plan by a clover. I'm not sure I've seen any of those. Locked, keycard door, keys. Yep. Inventory, history, house, hallway, grounds. Nothing new here. What do we got here? Mechanical network. It's the Blackbridge stuff. We know about that. Outer room, permanent. Power source. Puzzle. Rooms 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all puzzle rooms. Which is interesting because that's the same number of letters found in the gallery. Oh. Oh ho. Did that take the right picture? Hold on. Hold on. It did not. Hold on. No. No. Oh my god. It's not gonna let me take a picture of it. Okay, fine. I'll do this the old-fashioned way. General notes. Okay. I'm gonna put it right here. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh my god. Hold on. There. Okay. We got it. Okay. Now. Quote. Rooms 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all puzzle rooms, which is interesting because that's the same number of letters found in the gallery. Very curious. Let's give that a bunch of those. Okay. So next time we find the gallery, now I actually have a lead for how to do that. Each row of rooms in your house make up a rank. As you progress north, the rank increases. There are 9 ranks listed on Mount Holly's official blueprint. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can be overheard. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see, we know about rarities, red rooms, yep. Terminals connected to the network. We know about the stars. Special floor plans. Sigils. Now, we heard about this in the trophy room. It said there's a trophy for collecting all of the realm sigils. And we're like, I have no idea what that even means. Sigils are ancient runes, imbued with meaning that use symbology to represent the different aspects of the old realms. The book Realm and Rune serves as a helpful guide for those looking to decipher these Aegeran symbols. Okay, so if/when we ever see the bookstore again, that'll be the next book I pick up from there. Security lock, Mount Holly's Inner Sanctum, which we know about that. That's down in the basement. Reset, yep, nothing new there. Tomorrow rooms, trophies, trunks, upgrades, west path, and west wing. Okay, so we actually learned some pretty interesting stuff out of there. Wait, so you got to the end of that balcony overlooking the cliffside in front of the computer room entrance. Looked like there was a point of interest near the bottommost alcove out there. We will go take a look. I have some steps. I'm nearing the end of the day. we will go check that out. Okay. Cool. So we learned a bit of use there. All right. Let's head outside. And I will show you some things. Okay. So, not much to see up here. But if we come down here, we've got 3 of these on. I don't know where the 4th lever is yet. I have been down there now. And I actually realized there's a 3rd one here. We can get down there now because I have been in here. And this... we used the power hammer to smash through this wall. So this is another entrance into the basement. And if I come this way... Yeah. So this is full now. Yeah, the only problem is I can't get in from this side. I can't get over there. But once we have the burning glass, we can get to the torch room over there. But what I want to see is... Oh, this... Is this supposed to be raised up? Maybe that's right. Oh, I'm going to run out of steps, aren't I, for this? Shoot. Yep. Man. Anyway, if I go back in there and I go over to the left side, there's the red box there. That ties to the red box in the boiler room, and we got that door open. So that door is just permanently open now. And you can go in there and you're in that kind of, you're in that kind of archway room. And you can go up to the top and there's a grate there. That I need a 4-digit code of letters to access. Yeah. All right, we will do one more because that was actually a pretty good day. All right, day 44. So, big thing we need, more than anything, is the burning glass. We need the burning glass. We need the power hammer too, but for the power hammer, we also need either the greenhouse or the secret garden, which is a little bit heavier. Okay. Let's take the tomb. We're not going to go down there yet. But the tomb is one of the places we need the burning glass for. So since that's our primary focus, keep that there. All right. Here we go. Let's do this. I need items, which means I need gems. So we will start with a storeroom. And then let's swing this way. I guess we'll take a corridor. Not the most exciting room, but that's okay. I should probably take the reading nook because we only have one door. But for some reason, I feel like I want the breaker box. I feel like this has been giving me so much trouble lately. Okay. All right. Give me something good. I'll take a workshop. Okay. And we got a battery pack. Okay. What are we looking for? Magnifying glass, metal detector. Those are the two big ones. And sledgehammer and broken lever. We will take a hallway here because I need more doors. And then we'll go to the left. Let's take the bedroom. This swings northward. No items for me, unfortunately. We can get into there from the hallway. So I think I'll take the Geist bedroom, actually, to get the dice. This will give me a bunch of dice that I will hopefully be able to use. When I get bad rolls. All right, this is still our only doorway. Oh, man. Let's take security. Yes, actually, let's take security because I have the breaker box already. This is big. So I can set up my key cards now. We want to go into the key card system, set the security level to high, and set the offline mode to unlocked. That will reduce the number of keys we're likely to need going forward, which is important. Okay. And let me just do a quick sanity check. Was there any items I missed? 20 coins, those are all in the tomb. Okay. We will take the boiler. We will not take the boiler room because I don't have any gems. So we'll take the chapel here. See, here's our piggy bank. But it says I can only, and I can smash it to get all of the coins that I have ever lost to the chapel. Which is good. It means it'll be a ton of coins, but it says I can only do it once. And it asks me if I'm sure twice. So we're gonna wait until I have a bunch of coins, and I have all the shops available to me. I have the maybe I buy out the showroom, maybe I buy out the bookshop, maybe I buy out the gift shop. I want everything available when we go to do that. Okay, we'll take the den. That'll give us a gem here. I would love to start rolling green rooms. Whenever you draft another green room, 2 gems will spout in this room. Yes. I want to start doing green rooms because they have items in them. We will not go in there quite yet because we will need to go in there soon, hopefully. We will take the reading nook here. This will give us a key. And game buyout? Exactly. Exactly. Don't want to do the library. There's nothing in the library. Let's see what else we can do. Coat check, dining room. No. Give me something good. Funeral parlor. That's good. That'll give us gems. It'll only give us 2 gems right now, but I'm hurting. So I think it's probably worth it. All right, only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Okay. So if this is true, then that is true, then this is false. If this is false, then this is false. Then this is false. So that can't be false. So these 2 are true. This one is false, which means the gems are in here. There we go. All right. Go up and through the chapel. That's still my only door. Ugh. This is really, really rough out here. All right, we'll take the hallway because it swings north. I would love some green rooms right about now. Those are not green. But a drawing room does get us multiple doors, which I'm a fan of. We still don't know the combination to the safe in this room. We know it's a date, but I don't know what date it is. I don't know how to associate a date with this room. Let's head this way. Yes. 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 We'll take the courtyard. Courtyard is an excellent choice. Hey, there's a metal detector. Okay. Oh, baby. So we just need the magnifying glass now. We get the magnifying glass. We can combine it with the metal detector to get the burning glass. Then we can go to the tomb and light things up in there. And we can go to the torch room and light things up in there. And that will be huge. So we just need the magnifying glass. We should definitely be on the lookout. I really don't like pulling the archives because it blocks one of my rooms, but we should really be on the lookout for the commissary. Ugh. Ugh. That did not go well. All right. There it is. And it swings north, but we don't have any gems. Hey, we found the foundation. This is kind of a garbage location for it, though. I really liked its old location back here. Do I want to put it here? Once I place the foundation, not having access to the foundation has actually been kind of annoying, but I really liked its old location over here. It was super easy to get to. Being in rank 5 is actually kind of annoying because it's kind of hard to get to rank 5. Oh, and we have to deal with the rotation of it. The rotation is down and to the sides. Whereas the rotation before was up, north, south, and east. I feel like I don't want this here. I think I want the foundation to be able to facilitate me going north. It feels really weird to not take it, but I don't think that's where I want it. This was a new thing we got, the electric eel aquarium, which is also a power source. This is crazy to me. Unfortunately, we don't have any gems, so I can't go there now. I do not want to lose half of my steps when I'm so close, so that is out of the question. We'll do a conference room. What is that? Oh, that's just a pen. No items here. No items there. Okay. This is a good place for a dining room. I'm happy with that. And we have, ooh, a coupon book. That's nice. And we'll get a lunchbox, which will give us 10 extra steps. Because we're past rank 5. Alright. Let's start swinging south. Ugh. What am I really looking for? Well, this is the only room I'm going to get this way. We'll take the bunk room. What am I looking for? I am looking for... Ooh. Thank you. And there's something else. Oh, a couple coins. Very nice. Green rooms. That door's locked. Oh, there's something else in here. What? Oh. Were those coins there before? Alright, what do we got here? Secret passage or a hallway? Let's do the secret passage. And I want to go to a green room. Wow. We'll take the spare terrace. Okay. And we got a shovel, which is an okay item, not a great item. What else is in here? Hello? Okay. All right. And that door is locked. We need more keys. I'm hurting for keys. Something is... What is spreading coins? Oh, instead of being spread to the tomb, they're being spread to the conference room. That makes sense. Okay. There's a key. Excellent. Let's head over here. Could you not? Okay. Can't go to the office. We can go to the kitchen or the gymnasium. I think we'll take the kitchen. No, we'll take the gymnasium. Because I'm not going to lose extra steps going through here anyway, because I've already turned the power off in here. All right. Let's do the billiard room, because that swings north. And the billiard room often has a couple keys for me. Plus 11 minus 1 is 10. Times 10 is 100. Divided by 20 is 5. 3 minus 20 is... What? Wait. Oh! Interesting. This is the first time that it's put the operations in a different order. So you do 3 times 10 is 30, minus 20 is 10. You caught me off guard there. Tricky. Plus 9 times 4 is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Well, that doesn't do me much good anymore. Alright, we will head north. Guess we could do the archives. Boudoir would give us 2 gems, which would be nice, but is a dead end. No, I need to take the archives. All right, there's goodies in here. Couple coins, very nice. Okay. Observatory, hallway, archive. Let's take the hallway. All right. Sure. Commissary. Excellent. This is actually the one room I really wanted to see. We got our magnifying glass. Oh, baby. And actually, I would appreciate all of these items. Okay. Okay. Take a second. There's a couple things we need to do now. I want to make sure we don't mess this up. I want to, step 1, I should go back to the dining room and get the food there. Step 2, we want to go to the workshop and make the burning glass. I have the battery pack, so if I could just find the broken lever. Okay, hold on. What is this room? Okay. I'll take the wine cellar. It's not really what I wanted, but it gives us a bunch of gems, and that is definitely a good thing. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the dining room and get a bunch of steps. South. And we've got the running shoes now, so we should hopefully save a few steps here and there as well. Okay. 2, double step this way. And then we can get some more coins, which is very nice. Come in here. And we do not have a trophy room. We're probably not going to have a trophy room. That's fine. Okay. All right. Now, let's go back to the drawing room. And we're going to swing south. Back through the chapel. Yes. Into security. South. Into the workshop. Here we go, boys. All right. Magnifying glass and metal detector makes the burning glass. Here we go. Yes. All right. While I'm here, is there anything else I can put together? The shovel and the battery pack and something else. The sledgehammer and the battery pack and the broken lever, which we don't have. No. Okay. That's what I thought. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Now. Okay. Okay. Step, do we do the tomb first or... Yeah, let's do the tomb first. Because there's also a bunch of coins down here that I can pick up. In fact, let's start with that. Let's go ahead and pick up the coins. There we go. All right. Now there's actually multiple torches down here I can light. So let's start here. Yo, here we go. Ha ha ha. Dice and dice and an upgrade disc. Excellent. And nothing else I can light up here. Okay, that's fine. Nice and simple. I'm okay with that. And this isn't anything. Let's just keep our eyes open for... I know there's at least one other set of torches here. Oh! Oh no, we don't have the magnifying glass because we used it in the burning glass. So we can't get the stamp. That sucks, but it's fine. I'm far more interested in getting all the things we need the burning glass for. Getting the magnifying glass is a little obnoxious, but not too bad. Getting the burning glass is a huge pain. Here we go. So this is the other set of torches. Ooh. What do we have here? Hello. Interesting. What is that? Oh! The key to Her Ladyship's diary. Of course, Her Ladyship's chambers is such a super rare room. But we'll see what we can do. Aurel de Giries. Excuse me? Forget Oldian Inn. Okay. Alright, what do we do here? Okay, so it looks like they cycle around. Whoops. There we go. I don't entirely understand these puzzles. Like, they sort of make sense, but they don't quite act right. But I can mostly click through them enough to just make it work. Okay. Okay. So, the key to Her Ladyship's diary is in here. Were there any other dirt patches on the ground? I feel like I did see more dirt patches somewhere. Maybe back by the entrance? Yeah. Ooh, a safe deposit box key. We do not currently have the vault, but if I can get it, that would be very wonderful. An old shoe. few sizes too big. And that's it. Okay. Okay. Now there's still the angel puzzle here that I have no idea how to open. I don't really want to spend time trying to figure that out right now. What I do want to do, far more interestingly, is go down to the circle torch room and see what getting the burning glass in there gives us. Okay, here we go. To come at it from this side. At last. Here we go. What's it gonna do? Last one? Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting that. Hello? I can hardly see down here. What is this? The abandoned mine. Foreman's log 20. 7/25/1915. 7/25. This is very nearly the earliest entry in our timeline. After waiting the better part of 3 weeks for the equipment to be carefully hoisted down the cliffside one piece at a time, the wait is finally over. Today we begin our formal foray into the mountain and begin excavation of the first tunnel, the first of many. To prevent future delays, Thomas Sinclair has generously volunteered to install a freight lift to facilitate both personnel transport. However, after seeing his ornate designs, one can't help but feeling the Baron's delicate taste might be better suited for the ballroom crowd. Regardless of the particulars, I'm sure my crew won't object to riding down to the tunnels in fashionable style. Okay. Okay. So, we begin our formal foray in the mountain and begin excavation of the first tunnel. So Scripps and Rudford Mining Company begins excavation of the first tunnel at the base of Mount Holly. And it mentions that 3 weeks prior, so 04-ish, something like this. Scripps and Rudford Mining Company begins lowering excavation equipment down to the base of Mount Holly. Okay. What have we here? Is this the base of the mountain? Whoa. Whoa! Check this out! Is that another door? Is that another door in the side of this stupid mountain? So, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not the room. That's not above the gear room? Or that's not next to the gear room? The gear room's above me. What the heck? Oh, man. Look at that. What do we got here? Mining equipment? Would it kill you to turn some of these lanterns on? All right, what do we got here? Foreman's Log 3. 7/2/1915. As our client, Thomas Sinclair, suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Okay, 1915, 0702. Scripps and Rutherford Mining Company, under direction by Thomas Sinclair, actually, let's do this. Last week. So 7 days minus. There's 30 days in June. So 6/25. Let's say 1915 06/25. Scripps and Rutherford Mining Company is hired by Thomas Sinclair, arrives at Mount Holly to begin significant excavation. Exhumes ancient tunnels and chambers inside Mount Holly. Okay. Where does this go? I'm glad I've got a bunch of steps. Whoa. Whoa. What am I supposed to do with this? You know how long I've been like this? Me too, man. This has been like the thing I've been chasing after from day one. Getting to these arches. What am I supposed to do with this? Is that an elevator? Oh, wait. Is that the torch platform? When I get that 4th torch lit, is that going to give me an elevator down here? Is that what's going to happen? Okay. That's... Is that the way I came? That room doesn't look the same. I don't think that's where I came out. We'll go in there in a minute. No, this is where I came out, I think. What do we got here? Foreman's copy. Do not remove from sight. Okay, so this is an ancient copy of Realm and Sigil. Sigils of the Past and Present by Professor R. Willard. Published in 1905. So this is all details I'm going to have to add to the timeline, but let's just go through this. Something of the first era, either of a natural resulting from the creations of, were accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation of each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tell a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigil have a special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is comprised of four things: the core, the dividing lines, or rays, the moats, and the border. Did I, Okay, yeah, I did. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't know the place we are describing. Several exam from well. Okay, so this is stuff we'll have to fill in with the modern copy of the book that we get from the bookstore. From the core will come splitting the sigil from one sigil to another, different number and style. Ugh, can't really work with this. Ship routes, carriages, locomotion. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. Okay. The border. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. Okay. Putting it all together, by studying the core, rays, moats, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Red Banners, Marshal Fogg. Okay. Well, if this... Marshal... Okay, one of these is supposedly Fogg. And red banners? Red? Or maybe banners? Interesting. Was that the last page? Yeah. Okay. So that probably gives us information about what we need in the Sanctum. Alright, so what is this? Chessboard. Okay, I can place some of these. Where's my... Hold on. I need to see my map. King, queen, rook. Rook is in the clock tower, conservatory. Should be 4 rooks. Nook or vault. I have the nook. 3 up on the right side. Okay. The bishop. I know there's a bishop in the rumpus room. I know there's a bishop in the chapel. Yeah. The chapel is 4 up, 1 to the right. Okay. The knight can go in the security room. Four up from the center. Okay. The pawn, there's a bunch of rooms that can be pawns. The bedroom. 3 up, second column. Okay. Now the queen and the king are trickier. The queen is either the ladyship's chamber or the study. I don't think I have either of those right now. No. Okay. What about the king? The king goes in the office. And I've actually not found the black king yet. Do we have the office? No. So whatever this is, I don't think I can do it yet. I think I need one of those. I need those rooms. I need to spawn the office and preferably her ladyship's chamber. We got this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Is that something there? No. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, let's head back up. There's so much here. Okay. Let's see what we can do. We'll go in up to the security room, over to the hallway. We'll go north through the drawing room. Her ladyship's chamber, the office, the study. I have no keys. Yeah, let's do the kitchen because it swings north. I can also buy more steps. I have plenty of coins. Ooh, let's do bacon and eggs too. I could get the morning room, which I've never spawned before. That could be nice. Let's buy all of them. I want all the steps. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Don't do this to me. Come on! That sucks! 1, 2, 3. I have 4 different doors that all open to new rooms. All of them need keys. There are no keys anywhere. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the security room and check the terminal. I need to turn in my upgrade disc anyway. If you have exactly 2 shops when drafting this room, double your coins. If you have 2 green rooms, double your gems. If you have 2 hallways, double your keys. I mean, normally I would push gems, because I am always blocked by gems. But lately, the past couple runs, I've been blocked by keys. So I think we're going to do this one. All right, let's check the inventory. There are 4 gems somewhere. That's interesting, but also not particularly helpful. That is so wildly frustrating. There's nothing I can do to get more keys. And I even had the stupid thing set to high security so that it would generate keycard doors, and it didn't do that. The safes probably all have gems in them. So even if I were to figure out how to open the safe in the drawing room, that wouldn't be sufficient. Oh, you know where the gems are? The gems are all in the nursery. The 4 gems are in here. I forgot I spawned to this room. Here they are. Yeah. So I just burn my coins in the chapel? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do. That sucks so badly. I've got the diary key and everything. Well, on the plus side, on the annoying side, it means that what we need to do is get the tomb and her ladyship's chamber in the same run. Hopefully, I won't need the burning glass anymore, though. Hopefully, the doors in the tomb will stay open now. Which I feel like that's probably likely because the torches in the chapel stay lit. It also means that I can get down into the basement and get to that chessboard room. That room, the ring of torches, should also stay lit. So hopefully, none of that is blocked behind the burning glass anymore. What about the moon room? The moon room. What can we do down there? Well, okay, that is something that I had a theory. There is something down there I had a theory about. And since I've got the steps and I got nowhere else I can go, let's go check that out. That's a fair point. Do I want to go... I think I want to go down this way. No. No, I want to go down this way. Yeah. Okay, so the clue for opening the safes. Oh. That's something. Can I? No. Okay, never mind. I guess I could turn the keycard system back on and see if it does anything, but so the key to the... That's not where I want to go. Wait a minute. Ah, crap. Okay, hold on. I'm getting turned around. No, nothing there. Okay. So... Yeah, that's what I thought. This isn't turned right. This isn't turned at all right. What is going on here? Okay. That's going to take me there, which is not a useful place to be. So I need to rotate this from this side. Okay. Wait. No, that's not right either. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm getting confused. Okay, turn this way. Wait a minute. That connects to there. But I can turn it from that side. Ugh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. This is right. Yes. Okay. So the clue for opening the safes says, I think what it's saying, sooner or later I'll get these words out of my mouth. Okay, so the clue we found for opening the safes is this. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Now, I think the latter half of this is fairly straightforward. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. There's 8 safes in the game. Each of them needs a date as the combination. We've seen this already. The safe in the boudoir needed a date, 1225, to open. I guess the time lock safe technically needed a date. It needed the current date. I guess that counts. The part that confused me for a long time was this first part. If we count small gates, and I couldn't figure out what that meant. I think I figured out what that meant. I think this is saying that small gates count as safes for the purposes of this. So specifically, I think it's talking about the gate into the apple orchard had a 4-digit code on it. That also needed to be a date. And there is a 4-digit padlock on the gate, on a small gate up here. Now, the unique thing about this one is that it is 4 letters instead of 4 numbers. But the other weird thing about this one is that the 4th dial also has the number 8 on it. Now, this was really weird. Now, thinking about this clue, I wondered, is there a way to get this to represent a date? And I think there is. I think I can represent... where did I put it? General notes? I don't remember where I put it, but I think this can be set to March or May. May 8? That's the only date that can really fit on there. Now, is there anything notable in our timeline that happened in May 8? Gems were discovered at the Mount Holly excavation site sometime in May. Is there anything else in here that happened in May? Codify it? Yeah. Not really. Yeah, I don't have any special notes that happened in May, so I don't know what the relevance of May 8th is. Maybe we'll find out in a moment. Just set all of these to use the same styling. Okay. So first we get a gem and we get our 3rd red letter. May 8th. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Laud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs, of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence, like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family, he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considered with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Did I already take a picture of this one? I'm trying to do it as I go, but I keep forgetting. During the week, yeah, okay. Now, me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. Is that it? No. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps, if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await a response from your lordship. Mr. Worth Laud. We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter, and we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. Huh. Ooh, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found it in, a dark trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Arindia. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal the site back up, the better for us all. The treasure trove. Ooh. Okay. Well. And then we've already done the one over there. And that's it up here. So we are done up here now. All right. So. Let's turn this back around so I can get out of here. I guess while I'm down here, I can go open the northern door, although without any keys, I can't get to it, so it doesn't really matter. I guess we could play around in here some more. So, knowing what we know now, what do we know now? We know a little bit. This is this. We really need the modern copy of this book. So maybe we do these? Banners, Martial Fog. Red is the wavy lines. Wavy lines. Those wavy lines? Yes. And then Marshall and banners. Marshall is the mountain looking things. Oh crap. No. See, we need the other pages. We need to know how these rays work, and we don't have any of these pages. So I think we need the modern copy of the book before we can do this. Is there anything else we can mess with? I mean, there's the safe in the drawing room, but we need to figure out how to associate a date with that room, which I don't know. There's the angel puzzle in the tomb, but I'm missing something for that. Because we tried all the combinations we know of the angels, and that didn't seem to do anything. We know that the tomb connects to the basement somehow. Out here. Because we can see it on the map. If I come out here and I wind around this way, we know that the tomb comes out over there. There's a back door to the tomb, but I guess I want to just leave that because that's the only way I'm going to want that now. Okay. Is there anything else we can do? Anything? Don't think so. I think we're tapped. So let's go put the rest of the coins in the chapel. And then we will call it there. Come on, 9. Wish there was like an offering dish, like with the chapel, like with the shrine, that you could just tell it how many coins to put in, so I don't have to dance back and forth over the line. Oh. So I need to start making provisions for getting more keys. Because that has been a problem multiple runs in a row now. But if nothing else, I should actually add, where's my remaining objectives? We've done some things. Upgrade discs. We got a new upgrade disc from the tomb. And that upgraded the bunk room. Okay. We got a red letter. We got red letter 1. Above gear room. We got Here, the Orchard Gate combination was 1128. The gate above the gear room was May 8. Okay. And we have not collected the stamp in the room. We did this. That's done. We did this. We did melt the freezer, although I feel like there's still more to do with that. Bought the Swimbird plushie. We got our third red letter. We got an allowance upgrade. Past. No, where was this? This was in the tomb. Special key from tomb. We still don't know where the key for the chest in the shrine is. Okay. All right, and I think we will actually call it there. Day started kind of rocky, but you know what? We wrapped it up really good. That final run paid out. I'm still wildly frustrated with it. It is so, I'm so mad that we had so many extra doors. We had doors. We had places we could go, but we had no keys. And so many puzzles now are going to be dependent on specific rooms being drawn, which is better than them being based on making an item, but it's still, so frustrating. So frustrating. But we did make a lot of progress, so that was a really good day and a really good one to wrap things up on. Yes, and coins. So, anyway, that was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next one. I do have some plans for some other games to play, so we're going to start mixing other things in. But Blueprints is definitely not going anywhere either. Lots more to do here. So, my friends, with that, I want to thank you so much for watching. Bobby, always great getting to chat. And have a very wonderful night, everyone. I'll see you next time.